Desert Storm was over. However, the end of hostilities didn't bring the end of difficulties with Iraq. CENTCOM was faced with a new set of challenges in the region. Hundreds of thousands of people were homeless and in this need of shelter, food, and medicine. Many others, like the Kurds in northern Iraq, were still persecuted by Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein, who had remained in power. In response, the United States launched Operation Provide Comfort to help mitigate the humanitarian crisis rapidly unfolding for the Kurds fleeing their homes. Tensions remained high. The United Nations condemned Hussein for his slaughter of Iraqi civilians. Coalition forces began to enforce a no-fly zone across southern Iraq. But, back in Tampa, CENTCOM had more than Iraq to worry about. The 1990s also witnessed significant challenges in the East African nation of Somalia, which then fell under CENTCOM purview. A growing threat of regional terrorism needed to be dealt with. Amidst intense clan warfare and to prevent widespread starvation, CENTCOM launched Operation Provide Relief in 1992 to deliver humanitarian assistance. Still, conditions in the Somalian capital of Mogadishu worsened, with a series of violent outbreaks. After the Battle of Mogadishu in October of 1993, which saw 19 American service members killed, President Bill Clinton ordered the withdrawal of all troops from Somalia.
The years following Operation Desert Storm saw the beginning of a shift in doctrine and tactics to be used against the new threats we now faced. What was important here is how coalition commanders who'd come of age during the Cold War learned to adapt against these smaller and unique threats. You know, this is no longer set-piece battles. You're no longer fighting large armies. Given the large sizes, the weaponry, and force structure of previous adversaries, learning how to counter these new threats represented a real change for Army leaders, a new way of thinking.
The remainder of the 1990s saw CENTCOM responding to numerous terrorist attacks in the region. The bombing of the Khobar Towers in 1996, which killed 19 American airmen, prompted increased force protection measures. When terrorists attacked the U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania in 1998, and attacked the USS Cole in 2000, CENTCOM helped lay the groundwork for combating these new hybrid threats.
Unlike earlier conflicts, coalition forces had to contend with members that were not members of a recognized country. These early salvos in the war against terror showed that our enemies were willing to launch unconventional attacks against the United States and her allies.
The world changed forever in September 11, 2001. 19 militants associated with Al-Qaeda extremist group committed the deadliest terrorist attack on U.S. soil in history. People everywhere wondered how America would respond. President George W. Bush moved quickly to mobilize the American and international response. With CENTCOM leading the charge, Operation Enduring Freedom began. CENTCOM had a clear mission: extinguish terrorist camps, stop the spread of Al-Qaeda radicalism and violence, and help ease the suffering of the Afghan population.